22 published authors in 5 days. How did that happen? Where did it happen? And what was the process? How did these people go from being people that just have ideas to having ideas written down in a book and published on Amazon? What was the process? Welcome to Insider Internet Success. My name is Kavitharia, and in the next few moments I'm going to tell you a little bit about how when I spent 5 days in Sydney just in April a few months ago, we sat down with about 80 people, and out of those 80 people in 5 days 22 people got published. And all I did was speak to them for about 45 minutes about the process of writing a book. And in the next few days these people went away, they worked hard, they wrote their book, they did their research, they created their ebook cover, and they published it on Amazon. Now, how did that happen? Now, when we talk about publishing ebooks, you know, last year when I came across the idea of publishing ebooks on Amazon, it was the biggest brainwave I'd ever come across in the online industry. I've been publishing ebooks on my own websites for the last 5-6 years, but until I really got onto exactly what the Kindle was all about, and exactly how people were writing books and publishing on the Kindle and making money from it, it was an incredible eye-opener. And what I did then was sit down and take all my old books that I published about the music business and about business itself and about various different other ideas and health and so forth, and I turned them into Kindle ebooks. Some of them are written by me, some of them are written by different names that I use, depending on the different markets that I'm in. But the process of how I went through that, and the process of how I've done it ever since, and the process of how I'm teaching it ever since, is the same. It's made up of 3 key steps that I'd like to share with you today. The first step is research, the second step is write, and the third step is publish. So research, what is research all about? Research is essentially you want to get out to Google, you want to get out to Amazon, and you want to look at the kind of topics that are selling really well. The kind of things that people are searching for, the kind of rankings that these books on Amazon have, and whether there's a space for you to write another book in that topic. And then of course you get a brainstorm of all your ideas. You write down on a sheet of paper all of the ideas that you have, all of the things that you know about. You get them down onto a sheet of paper, and then you go away and you research those ideas. And once you've done some research and you've found the right ideas, it's time to move on to the second step, which is write. And in the writing step we're talking about how do you get the ideas for your book into a concise format. You know, maybe it's about 40 pages of an ebook. You have a contents page, a cover page, an index page, maybe a conclusion page, and then you also have the last page, which is of course where you summarize the next thing that you're going to sell them. But in the middle of all of that is the key content, is the material that you're going to write, it's the material that you're going to deliver and people are actually going to buy. That's the stuff they're paying you for. So, I mean, it's pretty simple. I sit down, I open up Microsoft Word on my laptop, and I write away. I write my contents ideas down. And if I'm sometimes, depending on the topic, I'm kind of the person that doesn't know anything about that topic, or I have no interest in that topic, I'll just get somebody else, a professional writer, a ghostwriter, to go out and write me the book for 40 pages, and I'd pay him a few $100s. And then I move on to the third step, which is publish. Now I've got my book, I've got my cover, they followed the strict guidelines and regulations to make sure that they sell well, they are attractive, people see them, and then we publish. And we go to Amazon Kindle, they call it the Kindle Direct platform, or the Kindle Direct publishing platform. And we go there and we upload the book. It's a very simple process, it takes about 20 minutes, and your book within 24 hours is accepted by Amazon, it's live selling on the Kindle, and you're making about 70% in royalty sales every time a book is sold. It's a pretty simple process, but it's one that you work once in writing the book, and once the book is out there on Amazon, Amazon does all the marketing for you, Amazon does all the publishing for you, they distribute the ebook, they collect the money, they do the customer service, there's no printing, there's no shipping, there's no packing. It's amazing. You're writing a book, you're doing it once, you're putting it on Amazon, and then you're generating sales. Now I include a fourth optional step, which is where you go into the advanced ninja tricks, where we're talking about how you're going to get more people to see the book, how you're going to get more people to get in touch with the book on Amazon, look at the book, get the reviews and so forth, and then go from there. But that's an optional fourth step. Now, all this material is available in a free webinar that I've put together. It's called How to Make a Fortune with eBooks in 3 Simple Steps. And underneath this video you'll find a link for it if you're interested in attending that webinar. It lasts about 60 minutes. I'll tell you about this process in a bit more depth, and I'll also give you some information about one of the programs I run, which is called the eBook Publishing Profits Program, if that's of interest to you. But for now, you've understood here the blueprint, in simple terms, of what it takes to build a business with ebooks, and how when you produce ebook after ebook after ebook, and it, once you get into it, it becomes a very simple process. You do it month after month. You're building the collection of ebooks you have. People are downloading and paying for the ebooks every single day. You're making a few $100s every single day, maybe a few $1,000s every single day in a few months, and you're building a passive income. So if that is the kind of thing that you're interested in, then look, 22 people in 5 days. When I spent some time down in Sydney at Kerwin Ray's Business and Marketing Masterclass, I was invited there to speak. I speak about social media normally at the masterclass, but this time I also spoke about ebooks. And in 45 minutes I demonstrated this entire process to people. And you can see that on the webinar. But I demonstrated this entire process to people. And overnight people had come back. There were 5 people the next morning that had published books. And by the end of the 5-day program, 22 people had raised their hands to say, yes, we published our books on Amazon. And I think even some of them had some sales. Look, this can be done very quickly, very easily, as long as you follow the formula. So go ahead, register for the webinar. You're most welcome to come along. It's a free webinar, it costs you nothing, set up at a time that it's convenient to you, and I look forward to sharing with you some more principles. That's all for this episode. I look forward to seeing you in a future episode. If you found this interested, if you found some interesting value in this video, go ahead and share it with your friends if you will. You can press the like button and it will go onto Facebook. You can press the tweet button. You can even pin it now and it'll get onto Pinterest.com. I really enjoy making these videos for you. Leave me a comment below if you've written a book, or if you've got some questions about publishing your book, or if you want to ask me anything about ebooks, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. So until next time, dare to dream and speak soon.